Good evening, all you humanoids. Anyone that's watching this, welcome to my video. Once again in Fallout 4, but on the PS5, PlayStation 5, because of the massive increase in draw distance. Here I am, halfway between, where is it now? Go to the map. Map. Halfway between, Outpost Zimonja and Tenpines. And from up here, looking across to Tenpines, almost the entire building has been rendered. It exists in my view. Whereas on the PS4, you probably still see the ruins of the original house and nothing else. And only when I got closer, we just start to see what I've been building. Rendering in. So this is my Tenpines.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
Shut up and go away. You're interfering with my video broadcast, you silly girl. Really, companions, eh? You just can't do anything with them. But on the PS4, I've done quite a lot of building in Fallout 4. And Tenpines is one of my favourite places to build. It's just a nice location. Lovely views, you can see for miles and miles. But the fact that you can see your structures from that road bridge over there. But on the PS4, even at this distance, if I were to stand about here and look up at my building, the very top parts of the building wouldn't be rendered in. So the draw distance is massively increased. I have this establishment set up as a kind of agriculture and farming college or whatever. Tenpines Manor Farm Estate. So obviously I've gone for my age-old conceit of a pre-war building, quite a grand country estate that's been repurposed probably just before the war and continued to be modified and added to after the war. Some of the outbuildings, nice little house. It's still at a very early stage. This house is still being fitted out, so it's still quite empty. Lots of mods used, including unlocked settlement objects which provide the different textures of concrete. Everything from brick to granite block. So this is going to be quite a nice little house, I think, with its fireplace. And food plants everywhere. But in a crop research place, we'd have plants everywhere. agricultural and horticultural research. So a little dormitory bedroom, bunk beds, another nice fire. And some more planters. I think it's melons in there, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably need to assign someone to deal with it. And I haven't started using CVA, which I will do eventually, because I'll cover a lot of these buildings in plant matter to soften them into the landscape, so they blend in. And using CVA, you can hide things like this sort of odd business. You can cover up dodgy joints and funny textures. And a little attic room, again with balconies and views. I think I can hear gunfire. Not quite sure where from. Oh dear. Someone fell over. Little greenhouse here with palm trees. The palm trees have kind of odd boundaries to them, edges. You can only approach them in some instances. For instance, I can't go up here because it's the fronds are blocking my way. I'd have to jump over them. Very odd. Very odd indeed. I can't go too close to them because they're, again, almost invisible walls to prevent me getting too close. Lots of potential for furnishing here. Get out of the way, girl. Going into the house. So much potential furnishing. This is, I suppose, the main hall of the house, the entrance hall. Looking down. Again, there could be all sorts up here. Could be a games room, could be a cafe, could be anything up here. Might just be dormitory space. Only the residents don't seem to like stairs. They're not very fond of staircases. And down to the landing and the next floor. Oh yes, we've got a little room here, bedroom. Quite a nice room. Still got things like bathrooms to put in. Well, there's a rather basic toilet there. Another small bedroom. Someone's opening the doors. And as I use doors as windows, it's a bit annoying if the door is clipping through a bed. Another big room here, which I've got some sleeping accommodation. And this could be potentially a bathroom and toilet. So even though the bulk of the building's basic structure is complete, there's so much furnishing to do. huge amount of furnishing. That's looking down into the ballroom. That's where I keep my balls. The ballroom. Not really. But quite nice. I like it's double skinned. In other words, there's an outer and inner wall, which is pretty much like real life, isn't it? Structurally speaking. You've got an outside wall, then a cavity space, then an inside wall, onto which you put wallpaper and paint, which I've done here. Wallpaper and paint, using some of the unlocked settlement textures, I think from the Vault Tech materials. These are wallpapers and paint jobs from the vaults. Vault-Tech's vaults. Isn't that a cozy little bedroom here?
If there's anything I can do to lighten the load, or, you know, you need anything proofread.
Little quiet room up here. Again, door glitching through a bed. That can't be helped. Only so much room. But this bedroom is oh yeah, more space, attic space. This is my travel mat when I fast travel there. Another greenhouse. I sometimes put on a winter mod. It's really part of the Simple Green family of mods. I think Simple Green's the base mod, onto which you can put other variations like Simple Yellow and Simple Red and Simple White, and Simple White is the winter one, the winter variant. This place looks quite nice in the winter mod. I wish you could add snow to the roofs and all the upper surfaces of buildings and so on. Maybe that'll happen one day. Probably not in the life of Fallout 4 though. Whatever Fallout comes next. Who knows, maybe even Fallout 76 might have something like that. Oh yes, I'll just drop down into the ballroom. I'm quite pleased with this space, especially the ceiling. It looks very Art Deco. You know, the kind of thing you might see in the 1920s or 30s. The era of gangsters and flappers and prohibition and the Depression. Or just before the Depression. When my grandpappy was in America, wearing a white suit thinking he was a gangster. So here's the bar.
Yes.
There's quite a few people in the bar. Hello there.
Yeah.
Put some clothes
Yes.
on.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Ah, is that the barman? Or not? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not quite sure
Yes.
what I love the t-shirt. In fact, it's a quite nice costume, isn't it?
Yes.
Nuka-Cola. I'm not sure that's part of the Eleonora Nuka stuff. This house has many rooms. Nice little conservatory area there. And in this wing, there's a room with potential toilet and bathroom here. Some of the simple mods are quite good at getting rid of sticks and twigs and stuff that poke through the floor. Except if I switched it on, I'd probably have a pile of snow in the corner here. Oh, yep, hearing shooting again. Ah, there's another space, potentially bathroomy, with tiles on the floor. Moo cows. And another quite luxurious room. Spacious. Yep, definitely hearing shooting here. Where's that going on? Oh, look. By dawn's early light. Some action down on the railway. There's always stuff going on down there. That particular house is always infested by raiders or mutants or insects or something. I don't want to shoot my pack Brahmin. No, don't do that. Put it away. I've forgotten how to use my weapons here. Ah, here we go. That's the trouble with coming back to a game after not playing it for a while. Is you forget what buttons do what. So I've completely got rid of the old house wreckage that used to be over there. Using scrap that settlements or scrap that Commonwealth. It would be here. I may build a small corner house here. Sunrise, nice clouds. Ah yes, there's some rooms in this wing which I haven't shown you yet. Nice fountain. I think that fountain can be found near Swan's Pond. There's a front door into the main house. That's down to the basement. These rather clumsy electrical conduits, but I might sort something out. So a spacious room here, complete with a festive fireplace. And fully glazed. And it has an upstairs, so it's almost a private apartment. All it needs now is a bathroom and toilet, and and perhaps a little kitchenette, and it'll be a self-contained apartment, like a granny flat or something like that. With a separate entrance adjacent to the main house entrance. So instead of going in there to the main house, we can go there to the granny flat. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way this is turning out. It's looking Nice. And there's some basement rooms here as well, where most of the residents actually live, because they just don't like going upstairs. So here's a little sleeping area for them, with a adjacent lounge area. I'm not sure that's a hair salon chair. Get your hair done. Another door here. Yeah. I might turn it around so it opens out the way. Now what can I do for you? Get out of the way. Get out of the way, you bollard. See what I mean? All the residents like to live downstairs. I'm just not keen on stairs. We've got a little fireplace with some twigs growing up through it. And here's the generators. And yet another bed stuffed in there. Generators, water pump, water purification. A couple of them, I think. And the shop. The side shop. These are dummies with clothing on them. And that's a resident, not a dummy. And refilling boxes. Fusion cells in that case. Fusion cells. Quite a nice little shop. And of course, they've got their bathroom and toilet. With a few sticks growing up through it. Less than ideal. But what can you do? You need to go upstairs to the bar. With settlements extended, the build area has increased. It's still roughly about here. I've built pretty much up to the build boundary, but in the vanilla game it would be over at the back of the house there. You can see the house is fully glazed. Even some of the panels have glass in them, even though it's a bit broken, a bit smashed, a bit smashy. Still a tremendous amount of work to do here. But it's coming on. Most of the structure is in. It's just a case of finessing it and putting in plant matter and furniture, softening it into the landscape with CVA. I might make a separate video featuring CVA improvements, what it eventually looks like once I've covered it in plant matter and detritus. Take a quick snap here, I think. A little photograph. If I can, it's not going to let me, I don't think, until I stop recording. So, that being the case, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything. I'm sure I say that every time. And then I look at other people's videos and channels and see they've got millions and millions of views, and I've maybe got 2 or 3. Such is life. I hope you did enjoy it though. Make it all worthwhile. Oh yeah, this is where my caravans hang out. I like to sit by the fire here and toast their buns. Anyway, thanks again for viewing, and ta-ta for now. Cheerio.